Hello from California. This is Sandy from Messy Papercrafts, your #1 online store with the most exciting crafting items. And welcome to this week's episode of What's in This Box. And today I have an exciting release for you by Stamperia. And I feel it's exciting because honestly, I thought that after releasing all those Christmas papers, that this was it for the year. But then, surprise, surprise, they came out with this really beautiful, romantic rose perfume release. So let's get that out. So let's go through this absolutely stunning paper. And if you're into romantic paper and these kind of slightly French designs, then this is definitely for you. I say French because I assume that perfume originates from the French language. So here we have perfumery and all this delicate, nostalgic, I would say French vibe. So I just love this. This is so beautiful with this color combination. And then on the left side, we have all these great sentiments. So here it says dream, memories, bonheur, charmante. So as I said, it's slightly French, nostalgic chic. And all these great sentiments here, as I say, perfume is a key to our memories. Of all the flowers, methinks a rose is best. Fragrance makes us dream. Smell is a word. Perfume is literature. So really beautiful sentiments here that you can cut out. And as per usual, Stamperia has this amazing mixed media look. I just love all these scribbles here on the left. Such beautiful background. And then all these designs with this perfume and the rose on the right. So pretty. And here we have this beautiful background. And then here we have these really cool cards that you can cut out and layer on your makes. So I just think this is just so stunning. And then all these roses. Kind of already like a spring vibe. So if you're not into the Christmas makes right now, or if you need a break from it, then this is definitely the paper that will jump into spring. So this is so beautiful. I just love all of this here. Like, again, this mixed media vibe where you have this kind of text here on it, and then more texture, and then these splatters, and then here these beautiful rose designs. I just love the colors here as well. And this kind of, I don't know, like old charm newspaper chic. I don't know how to describe it, but I just really love this retro or vintage look that looks like an old advertising, and these really articles here. Just I love all this vibe, and I like all these layered on effects. So you have this more romantic and nostalgic, and then this more modern looking flower design on top. Just really pretty. And then again here, I just love this collage with this kind of advertising or advertisement chic from the past, where it says here honey soap New York, and these old fashioned bottles. Just absolutely gorgeous. I love that. So if you love any kind of retro style, then you would probably like this as well. So it doesn't have to be strictly just romantic. It also has this vintage charm. And then we have this really gorgeous flower design here, very poppy. And here it's very bold from the colors. I love all of that. And then here we have some cool things. I think you can make some kind of box out of here. And then here we have these different labels and circles that you can cut out. And then we have more of these, I would say advertisements where it's kind of like maybe from an old newspaper or magazine or something, kind of like advertising this perfumery or apothecary look. Absolutely stunning. I love that. So that was a 12 by 12 usual normal paper, but as you also see over here, that's not it. We also have these background selections. So let's go through here as well. So if you need even more backgrounds for any of your makes, then we have all these gorgeous designs over here, but also something that could be a background or cutout elements over here. So if you're into fussy cutting, then this is pretty nice. Newsletter or magazine look where we have eau de cologne. So yeah, I just think this is so interesting how they came up with that. Here it has even a German thing saying Stärkung, Verschönerung und Konservierung des Haarwuchses, which means you will get nicer and stronger hair with whatever this advertising was. So yeah, definitely this apothecary, perfumery vibe. I just think this is so cool. And then another one where you could use it as a background, or you can just do the fussy cutting here. So yeah, I'm fascinated by this paper. I wasn't quite sure what to expect when I heard Rose Parfum. I thought it might be a little bit kitschy, but it's not at all kitsch. It's actually just very elegant, and I love this retro and vintage flair of it. And if you're not into the 12 by 12, then of course you can also opt for the 8 by 8. And here we also have the regular scrapbooking pad and then also the background pad. And if you don't need an 8 by 8, then you can have even a smaller version, because we also have the 6 by 6 paper here. So these are all the options for paper, but we also have really nice ephemera and rub-ons. So let's talk about the ephemera first. So actually we have three kind of ephemera. So we have these die cuts, which are the thicker chipboard versions. And then we have the ephemera, which is an adhesive paper cutout. And here we even have two different options for you. So let's open this up. So the first package of ephemera has a SKU DFLCT10. And here we have this really fun adhesive ephemera. And yeah, let's go through this so you hopefully can see all of those. So we have some of these frames, which are pretty cool. Like, I don't know, you can somehow layer this with something and then just tuck things underneath or add a photo behind here. So pretty cool frames. And then obviously it's called Rose Parfum, so I expect to see a lot of roses here, or at least a lot of plants. So we have these smaller roses here, and then these stems. Oops, a tiny little bird fallen down. Oops, I cannot really hold it without covering its head. I hope you can see that. Cute little blue bird or blue jay. And then here's another one. Oh, this is really cute. Not sure if the camera focuses, but yeah, I love how intricate these cutouts are. Really nice. And then we have lots more roses. And yeah, these little leaves that go with it. And then we also have this old postcard. And then more of those little birds. See, it's a little bit bigger. And then a letter. So again, very romantic. And then more of these roses in all different sizes. And you have yellow options and also these kind of rose, pinkish roses here as well. And here another yellow one. And then we also have these like old photographs, kind of in the style of the Paper Dolls by Tim Holtz. So if you love these, then maybe you will like these here as well. Kind of like an old Hollywood film look somehow. And I like that they're like really matte. So that really obviously works nicely together with these photographs. And then more roses, another letter, more of these bigger roses. I like how intricate these leaves are as well. And then we have these kind of bigger versions, kind of like a paper doll, and then more like a portrait. And then again, I just think it looks really Hollywood era, kind of like 1930s or something like that. And I just love that this works really nicely together, because obviously it has this nostalgic old advertisings in there. So that works nicely together with these women photographs. And then here we have two more of these frames. So this is pretty cool, I have to say. That works nicely together. And let me just tidy this to the side. All right, now let's talk about the second option here, and this is the SKU DFLCT09. So I would say here we have more this elegant, nostalgic feel, and here it looks now a little bit more like these advertisements that we saw, where it's a bit more like vintage and retro farmers market inspired, or like this apothecary look, where we have now different flowers and then also these little bottles and then more flowers and then these old-fashioned perfume bottles that you squeeze here, I suppose. Like very retro. And again, different flowers, little bottle here as well, so cute. Not sure if the camera can focus. I hope you can somewhat see that. And then we have these really cute flowers. Again, very delicate. I love that there isn't a white border. So it already looks like it's inked up for you on the side. So it's not white, it's actually a brownish border. So that's pretty cool. That actually reminds me what Minte does with their ephemera. I love this because I think when you already have this dark border, then it already looks as if you had done some inking around the edges, so it doesn't look like a pure cutout. So I just think this is pretty cool. That just adds to this nostalgic and vintage charm. And then some more little flowers. So very different to this one. I just think this is really cool because they would also work nicely together, because obviously similar in style, but I say here it's more this apothecary perfume bottle look, and here it's more this elegant rose look with the paper dolls. So this is really nice. And now let's have a look at these die cuts. As I said before, these are chipboard. So while this is more like a thinner paper look, I mean, it's not too thin. You don't have to worry that this is too fragile, so it still has some weight to it. But of course, here we have no chipboard, which is a lot thicker. And yeah, here you obviously can use them as a sticker. Here you have to glue them down. But nevertheless, I love how this adds a lot of dimension to your project. And here we have, again, different options, some bigger, some smaller. You also have these perfume labels. And here the perfume bottles. And here memories, which is probably similar to the first page that you saw in the paper, where you had these options where you could cut out the sentiments. Then here we have these really gorgeous vintage bottles again, these perfume bottles. So especially if you like a thicker version, but the same look like in this package, then maybe the die cuts are more for you. Really depends if you want a thinner option or like a thicker one. Always depends obviously on the makes that you have in mind. And here we have, of all the flowers, me think the rose is best. So again, similar to these labels in the book that I have shown you before. Here again, some French perfume labels, some roses. I love this one. Such a cool design. I mean, just beautiful. Here we have this bottle again and bigger. And then we have these cute ones here. Just love all of these different bottles. I love how this vintage look. It's really cool. Eau de Cologne. Then here we have this label. Then here this cool vase with the roses in it. I love this. This is so elegant and whimsical. Really nice. Then here it says dream. And here we have more of these roses. More flowers. And then more like a label here. Actually, it says Feiner Blumenduft. So I'm saying this is all French related, but obviously some designs are also in my native language. So here it says it's a fine flower smell or flower scent. So that's in German. Here we have French again, bonheur, at least I think so. And then here it also says charmant, just like what we've seen on the first page again, where you can cut it out. Obviously, if you don't need these thicker chipboards, and you have the fussy cut option there as well. Then some more of these flowers. And then we have two bigger elements. Well, actually one more label. And then we have this cool bird here. That's really cute. And I think this is the same as we've seen in the first cutout here. So again, all different options, and it all works perfectly together. And then we have this really cool, yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Again, like a label of a bottle, I would say. But yeah, I love all these flowers and how it's all dressed up. Such a beautiful design. So those are all these options, and that's not it. If you're not into any of those, then we also have these chipboard stickers. So once again, these are adhesive and similar to what you've just seen in style. And obviously then it's easy, you just peel it off and you stick it on, but it's not as thin as this paper. I mean, once again, it's not really that thin, but if you need a little bit more bulk for any makes where you just want to add more dimension, then once again, this is adhesive chipboard. And these are really nice, especially once again, I just love these bottles. And last but not least, in this really great series here, we also have rub-ons. And here we have this one, which is DFLRB15. And we have these beautiful vintage flowers. And then this one here is with this Q DFLRB14. And here we have these great borders, and then more of these little sentiments here, where once again it says dream memories with love and to someone special. So actually these are a little bit different to the ones that you've seen over here. So even more variety, which is great. And then we have more of these little embellishments here and bottles, and then these flowers. So yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this release. I think it's absolutely stunning and came as a little bit of a surprise, as I thought that's it with Stamperia for the year. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, look at this great new release that we have here called Rose Parfum. So if you like this video, then please leave me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of these amazing crafting products. And with that, I wish you a crafty weekend, and remember, no stressy, be messy and have fun. See you next time.